Coach, I want to start off with towards the end of the game. Emotions were high, passions were high, and players came together a couple of times. Um, what's your takeaway on the majors there at the end?
I think it's just 20-year-old boys. It's been obviously frustrating for us a little bit, and I thought tonight we battled really hard and didn't get a whole lot for it. So I think that's all it was. The way I saw it was Johnny was engaged in something, and then Duke came to the aid of his buddy. That's what I saw. So I'll leave it at that.
Hard-fought game on the short end of the scoring, but you went physically toe-to-toe with them. Do you think that got under their skin a bit towards the end?
I think when number 8 had to leave the ice there from an injury, that seemed to spark them in terms of getting under their skin. A couple guys seemed like they wanted to talk to Barbs a little bit and go from there. And not that I don't see anything wrong with it. I think, but that seemed to spark the bad blood, if you will. I think that hit, whether it was warranted or not. That's fine. I mean, these are kids playing hard, but I'm happy. We've been talking about being more competitive and playing hard and playing for each other, and I thought we did that. And I'm not talking about the after the whistle stuff. That's. I don't have a comment on that. They're boys, and it's high energy, high intensity going on out there. But it felt to me like things kind of heated up a little bit after that hit.
Throughout the first and second period especially, you seem to control pace of play. You're on the short end of the score, but really I thought outchanced them, outshot them for much of the first two periods and overall in the game. How do you fight off frustration and not being able to dent that scoreboard until late in the game?
Very, very difficult. But I can tell you, our guys were up on the bench. They stayed together. Obviously, we're in a business where there's a scoreboard, and it's very difficult to not see it and not react to it, good or bad. And our team has been on the wrong end of a lot this year, but. I thought our guys were present, were in the moment tonight, not thinking about anything else, and didn't react to bad things happening, i.e. goals against. I thought they just kept pushing, kept playing. As we watched the video in the first two periods, in between periods, the lack of bounces we get around the other team's net it almost becomes laughable a little bit, and not because it's funny, because we feel like the kids deserve better, like just a bounce, hit a leg and go in something. There's been nights where we haven't deserved that. I thought tonight we deserved a bounce or two, and unfortunately we just didn't get it.
Their stick work, the North Dakota stick work, especially on the penalty kill, it limited chances, and you still are able to outchance them. What can you do going into tomorrow to try to beat that stick work?
All it can be is rest, is stay right in the head mentally, stay present, and which will be rest tonight, and then get ready for tomorrow. We'll show the video. I thought the first period of power play just wasn't hungry enough, wasn't intense enough, and you're not going to get rewarded then. Now, the second period, I thought it was much, much better. But what North Dakota showed you with all their players is they don't need much to score, and they're good on, as you mentioned, they're good on the special teams. They're number one in our league on both sides of the special teams for a reason. They showed it to us tonight. They shut us down the power play. They basically had one power play in the first and scored. I think the way we react is, again, rest, put tonight aside, and go back to work tomorrow and learn from the tape. And we just need to answer our intensity level tomorrow night, meaning answer tonight's intensity level tomorrow.
Able to break through on a goal. When you're playing a game against a goalie who's playing really well and they're blocking a lot of shots out in front, to finally able to break through even when the score is what it is, does that lead to helping you tomorrow night and proving to the players that it can be done?
I believe so, because they stayed up And because they were supportive of one another throughout the game, regardless of the score, they were excited to be rewarded. Now, it's not a moral victory. I'm not talking about that. But what I'm talking about is we deserved that, and they were happy for Hampus and happy for each other, and that's a good thing. So I think it has to help.
Hampus, it seemed like early on in the game, creating chances, but couldn't get anything past them. And then on the other side, they seemed to be capitalizing on their chances. Why are they able to? What do you think they were able to capitalize on those chances early on?
I don't. That's I don't know. That's hockey. We've been the last 5 games we scored 2 goals. Pretty sure. We just need to keep shooting. This is the first game I think that we win the shots. And I mean, shots are chances. So like we just gotta keep shooting the puck and keep believing in what we're doing. It's hard. It's hard to do that, but I mean, I don't know the statistic, but it feels like we had a lot more chances than they have, and they just succeeded with capitalizing on them, and we just couldn't do that.
In the third period, finally able to break through. Seemed like you were really feeling it. Had a couple more opportunities right after you scored the goal. Are you able to use that to build into tomorrow night?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, as I said, we haven't gone through the game, but right now, I don't know how much of a good feeling you can have, but we can take a lot of positives away from the game that we build onto the next game. Obviously, they're a good team. They have skilled players that capitalize on their chances, and we have skilled players that will capitalize on our chances too. We just gotta, as I said before, we just gotta keep battling, keep believing in it.
They've got a lot of size, but you all delivered a lot of big hits throughout the game. Did that sort of lead to the emotions sort of at the end boiling over?
I mean, yeah, sure. Hockey's a physical game. Even though I'm not a big body, I like to hit. It gets me going. It gets the team going, and I mean, I stop the guys. So, I can't say I like the majors, but I like the frustration we have in our group. It's good for the culture. It's good for what we're trying to create. That we're here for fighting.
Does that emotion, that frustration, sort of boiling over, do you think that plays into tomorrow night's game?
Not the boiling over part. That's the last couple of seconds of a game. Always, I mean, I get frustrated too. But we can absolutely take that with us and show them that this is the first home weekend in a while that we have fans here. That we have all the students back. I mean, and it's just, we just gotta show them that we're here to fight, and I think we can build off what we did today into tomorrow and hopefully capitalize a little bit more.